Okay, so hello, I am Bernie, and I am going to talk about what I'm going to talk about in my speech. So, my topic is philosophy, and what I'm going to talk about in my speech is um, is should we teach children the history of philosophy? I was going to say, should we teach kids philosophy? But philosophy is a really, really long and very big subject. So I want to focus on what I am reading about recently, and that is the history of philosophy. Also, because I really, really love philosophy. It's a topic that I am very passionate about, and I want to go into detail about critical thinking. Say, how are kids getting to develop critical thinking skills, and really how modern ways of uh, teaching have consequences on how children think. Anyways, so my ideas for the speech is to talk about an anecdote that I actually already have, because funny enough, one time I was having a philosophy class and we were talking about the ethics of lying to children about Santa Claus. And since we were talking about Santa Claus, the teacher asked if anyone could tell the class their experience on getting to know that Santa Claus was not real and it was really a lie. So I raised my hand and opened my mic and started talking about, well, I wrote I wrote this letter to Santa, and I was really excited, getting to explain my history, until I realized that I was taking the class on Zoom, and right next to me was my little sister of 9 years old. So pretty soon I obviously took notice of that, and I immediately stopped talking, leaving the room completely awkward. The class was quiet. Everyone was looking at me. Well, not looking at me, but everyone was kind of thrown away by what I just did. And that made the class kind of awkward. But then I explained everything by chat, and I told them, well, actually, I was going to participate, but turns out my sister is right here, right next to me, and she still believes in Santa. So maybe next time, maybe I'll explain next time, but this time I can't. I'm sorry. Anyways, this is just one experience that I had, one anecdote that I can start the speech with, and go on with that, and ask the age-old question, that is, should we teach kids about the history of philosophy? Something that I also wanted to do, or that I want to do, is really to ask the audience a philosophical question that we can later on, probably at the end, um, get to know more, get to know what different schools of philosophy think about that question, how different people asked, or, well, not asked, but resolved that question, telling them a little bit about the history of philosophy. And one thing that I would also like to do is that, since I'm talking about how children are great at philosophy, I would like to make a video of my sister answering, or trying to answer, a philosophical question, or maybe asking one, perhaps, and asking that question to the audience so that they can try and answer that, right? So Another thing that I would like to say in my TED Talk would be on what do people think about philosophy? What do they think it is? Maybe ask the audience that question. And root from there onto having my personal experiences on learning what philosophy is, what's its history, what schools does it have, and what do those schools mean? What does a school mean? Like that type of questions. I'm sorry, I just got interrupted, but it's no problem. I'm taking this classroom hostage. So, yeah. Anyways. Let me think a bit. Sorry, I just got a little bit thrown away with that, but yeah, I would like to. I would like to do some research about how does philosophy make critical thinking skills and apply those findings into the audience and try to make them realize what we can learn in a little lecture that I could give, right? I could be having a presentation and talking about like one question, like I don't know, why do we do what we do if we're gonna die, right? And root off from there. What do certain philosophers think about that question? What do the audience think about that question? And try to compare, both things, compare and contrast what they think and also what do children think. To, at the end, answer the question like, should we teach kids about philosophy? And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. I don't have any arguments, but yeah, I think it's something good enough to start off. I'm sorry, it's having a burp. But yeah, anyways, thank you. I hope my body language was good. I wasn't really thinking that much about it, but I brought the chair. I got a little bit closer. I was trying to have an open posture, etc. But anyway, thank you for your attention. Goodbye.